Kalau budaya hip hop, oh tu barat. Kenapa budaya rock tak dikira macam barat? Persepsi macam tu lah rasa kita kena tukar.
I think the perception is still that people think like, when Malaysians try to do hip hop, it's kind of koyo.
Oh, the only drug for me was still hip hop.
Tapi buat kena kasih sayang, kena jujur lah.
I think that's just a struggle, period.
You have to accept this. If you don't accept this, I think the joke's on you.
Yo, KL City shows no pity to weak rhyme committees.
There's a group called Crash Course that, to me, I think is the first Malaysian rap hip-hop group. Nico is the rap group.
I remember listening to KRU those times,
Then came Northeast Maximus.
Yeah, to see somebody like Poetic Emo do it, it's an era where you see a lot of American music, rap music in our music industry.
Even when we first came out and the album didn't sell that much, we were like, okay, this is not going to happen. Yeah, we tried, and then AIM happened and we won an award.
And I heard my friends telling me like, oh my god, honey, you have to watch Ms. Nina. You want to rap, right? You have to watch Ms. Nina perform. I was like, okay, I heard so much about her. When I saw her, I was like, oh my god, she is so badass. She performed this song. And like I said, I'll be the versatile missus. I wear my skirts very in with the black ridges. I was like, damn, like, she's rapping with baggy pants, but she can still be feminine and cute with her lyrics.
Back then, we're still learning from Too Fat and Titari Crew because their caliber is like, we can already see Too Fat taking out any but international act.
Well, back in the day, things were a bit slow. Technology wasn't that vast, and then we didn't have internet.
Comparing 2015 to 1998, 1999, there's a world of difference. I mean, people had no access to production software. If you wanted to make original music, you had to get signed, right? Nowadays, you can not only make beats on your own laptop, you can record yourself, you can mix and master your material and put it out and market it all online. To tell you the truth, Malaysian hip-hop really blossomed and really grew as a community when everyone was on IRC. Being on IRC gave you that anonymity, it gave you some confidence to like link up with people, not just within KL, but outside in Penang and JB and Kuantan.
So when we used to wear that fisherman hat, you used to think like, hey, that's what my friends wear to go for fishing,
That's what hip-hop is for everybody. But at the same time, it can be as personal as you want it to be. That's the magic of hip-hop.
Hip-hop, budaya. Ada macam-macam benda dalam hip-hop. Kau nak menari, kau nak menulis, kau nak cat. Kalau kau tak pandai rap, tulis lah, lukis lah. Tapi buat, kena kasih sayang, kena buat betul-betul, jangan tipu orang. Jujur lah, kena jujur lah.
I think if there's anything that has united anyone of vast differences in this world, it's music, and specifically even hip-hop. Like whenever you're at a Raising the Bar gig or at Cloth and Clef, for Think You Got Skills, you knew practically everyone in the room. That's home first.
Society in general, like they don't take hip-hop seriously. They still don't take hip-hop seriously. They're still pointing and laughing at us.
The problem about our people is that when we hear our local talents have made it abroad, then we start listening to them. Then we want to start supporting them.
If you're going to just keep getting stuck in that phase, soon enough hip-hop's going to be relevant.
It's always been that constant struggle because you're in your mid-20s, and of course when it comes to your folks and your other friends, everyone's choosing different careers. Just obviously the whole accountant, doctor, engineer route, and then there's us who wants to spend half your time in the studio or all your time in the studio just making music. For the longest time I was doing both. I was trying to please both sides of the world, and I realized I didn't have my foot in one place and I was struggling to a certain extent. And then like a couple of years ago I made that conscious decision saying, if I'm gonna go all in, and that was just a couple of years back and I have not regretted it ever since.
I told my parents I wanted a DJ, and then my mom just threw me out the house. After 2 years I went back home, on drugs. I'm still not on drugs until today. The only drug for me is still hip-hop.
The struggle is real for a lot of people. People who have money, their struggle is they want to make more money. People who don't have money, then of course, the struggle is to make money. And then people who are not happy, the struggle is to just get happy. There's always a transition.
You're getting older by the minute, by the second, by the day, by the week, by the month, by the year. So after a few years of trying to do something and it not materializing, you're obviously gonna rethink your direction in life and see what your best options are. And best, you know, you gotta get on with life. You gotta have kids, you gotta buy cars and houses and all that stuff. So then how? And I think that's the reason why, like, you know, kind of moved
Then
into...
how sounds like a Chinese village.
Then how?
Oh
Then
shit, I'm gonna
how?
name my kid that.
I believe struggle is fuel for art. It's like you need pain, you need emotions, you know, when you feel, that makes good art.
Hip hop has been around for ages, but you know, it's all about bringing something new to it, introducing like a different element to
And
it.
Malaysia's finding its sound. Like, I mean, we have found our sound 20 years ago, but like, we're getting deeper and deeper into it.
And we have our own stories to tell too, you know.
I want to do a great song for the local market, and I also want to tap into the international market. Obviously, to tap into the international market, it's a totally different ball game. You need the right channels, you need the right people. Like, you need the right people to push your music.
A scene implies that it's not going to last longer than the latest trend. But if you have a community that is invested in what everyone else is doing, then at least you have a core group of people who not only make music but also support it, complement it with their own art, with graphic design, with graffiti, with photography, with writing, right, with webmastering even. That is something I would like to see Malaysian hip-hop do more of.
Sometimes, you know, your parents say you can be whatever you want to be. Like, you can, like, definitely do whatever you want to do, but you have to want it enough. So if you ever set foot in anything you do, be it art, music, whatever, if you really want it, ask yourself if you want it enough.
I don't want to just be known in the local hip-hop industry. I want to be inspirational. I want to inspire people to follow their dreams.
Is there hope in Malaysia for hip-hop? Yes. 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 There is. Eventually, we're going to get there.
I think hip-hop has come to a point where you have to accept this. If you don't accept this, I think the joke's on you. I would say that anywhere. Malaysian hip-hop saved my life.
The way I feel about hip-hop is the same way I feel about KL. There's no getting around the fact that she and I have this thing that's not going to go away. I love her and I think she loves me. I'm going to die with this thing on my back.
Feeling I get from hip-hop. Best friend. It's actually best friend. That's all.
Shout out to DJ first.
Northeast Maximus, Crash Course.
Crash Course. Everyone, Nico.
Nico, yeah, Nico.
KRU, For You to See, Option 1. Aku tak tahu wujud lagi tidak.
First of all, I shout out to myself. So nobody work as hard as me, on me.
My parents.
His parents.
Without fail, yeah.
And putting up with us.
Yes.
Writing songs in the house.
But writing songs did give us a lot of, at least me, family time. I was at home. I was not outside bumming around. A bit, yes lah, a bit, but yeah, it gave me a lot of family time.
And shout out to Kanye West. Shout outs to, we can do shout outs for days.
Shout outs to shout outs.
Yeah, this is really cool and I still keep it. Cool gila, Rafish.
Shout out to everyone just supporting hip-hop in every form. Like, doesn't matter like you support Malay hip-hop, Tamil hip-hop, or like Chinese hip-hop. Keep the fire alive, ignited, flamed. Kita bakar sampai hangus lah, okay?
And shout out to everybody who hated me. Mwah. I love you.